Welcome in to this Monday open date edition of Blue Sky Live.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
You know, it's weird. I got dressed this morning. I was on the phone talking to a source and a friend. And I looked in the mirror as I got dressed. I was like, you don't look so fat. And then I look in the camera and I'm like, you look really fat. So maybe it's true the camera adds 20 pounds.
Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Good crowd today. Appreciate you guys. It's a number that is growing in real time here. All right, we will get into Ole Miss's win over Florida on Saturday evening.
Ole Miss played Florida?
34-24. Rebels over the Gators. A game that was pretty much as close as it possibly could have been, given stats and the way that it played out. Ole Miss shot itself in the foot numerous times, but
Ole Miss played Florida?
Yes, 34-24. Rebels moving to 10-1 on the season, so they have now locked up their fourth 10-win season in the last 5 years. They are 7-1 in the SEC. Well, sorry, if they beat the Bulldogs, they will be 7-1 in the SEC for the first time since 2003. Kewan Lacey, we'll talk about him today. He had a big day, big monster day there on Saturday. Also mentioned the head coach situations going on with the Rebels off the top. So, yeah, that's what's going on here today with you. Open date. Rebels find out their next ranking on Tuesday evening. Yeah, they played like won't back down in the stadium after.
Who coached Florida?
Billy Gonzalez with an S.
Billy Gonzalez.
That's correct.
Okay. Interesting.
Is it?
How do you do?
Well, they lost 34-24, but it's fine.
Covered.
He did cover. I picked Florida to cover.
You did?
I did. Got that one. I don't know how the week went in general, but I
haven't even looked.
You haven't done that yet? With all your free time yesterday, you didn't do that.
I did not get around to that. I did. I'm going to send out the picks for the week. Big crowds expected at some SEC games this week, by the way. Sanford goes to Texas A&M.
Well, yeah, this is that week.
Charlotte's at Georgia, 44.5 point favorite. Eastern Illinois is at Alabama. Mercer's at Auburn. Coastal Carolina makes the trip to Columbia, South Carolina. Western Kentucky heads to Baton Rouge. Night game, Tiger Stadium.
Okay.
Plenty of tickets available.
Yeah, we'll get into all that and more coming up in a second. First, Blue Sky locations all over the state of Mississippi. Hopefully you stopped in as you were coming into town over the weekend, because almost all of you did. It was a record crowd at Ball Hemingway Stadium, 68,000 and change there for the Rebels and the Gators. Lunch specials, Sweet Daddy's locations all up and down I-55 throughout North Mississippi as well. So stop in and let them help you out there with Blue Sky and Sweet Daddy's. And again, we're coming to you from the Clark Ford studio.
We are. Clark Ford is in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote in 15 minutes in business hours. Right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done on multiple occasions. And that's hop into a Clark Ford today. 662-257-1900. Guests join on the Campbell Clinic hotline, from fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions. The pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi, providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit CampbellClinicOxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111.
Yeah, I was making the joke there because we were both on the phone pretty much all day yesterday, to the point that I don't remember if I talked to you last or not, but somebody called me with something that I needed to take, and it was some news and part of what I put on the board this morning. We're going to do it for a second in a minute. And then I'm going to hit this Lane stuff in the second segment and a half, and then I'm going to get away from it, and we're going to talk some football. It's kind of what I've decided on the
if
show
I
today.
put the link to the message board on the site, does that make me? Because last week I got really.
What are you asking?
Well, because people in the message, we're probably not going to just regurgitate everything in the podcast.
Of course.
If I put the link from the message board in the YouTube chat, am I trying to cash in on this too much? Because I got accused by a lot of the Chicken Littles last week.
No, I think
a lot of the terrified. Oh my God, you're making this up. Clickbait. And shut up.
I think that would be a public service, and that's literally not the definition of clickbait. It's not. That's not clickbait.
Some of the people that do that, I don't mind because they're never going. I mean, we're never. Those are people that they and I would never really jive. I don't think, but at least figure out what. Like, so the Athletic can write something and put it behind a paywall, but we can't. Is that how that works?
Yes. So last night I got the call and I let it go to voicemail, and then I got a text like, you really need to call me. I was like, oh my God, one more call. And again, love you. It's not about that, whoever I talked to, but I was like, I want to be done. Like in my mind, I was like, I just want to be done. I just want to be finished. I'm not complaining, but it was a tired day yesterday.
I had gone to bed and got a call.
Oh yeah, you did.
And I was like, oh, damn it.
And you kind of had to.
I saw the name and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it.
Yeah. So, okay, again, we have a post up. I'm not going to give away everything, but I will say a few things here. Partly to dispel rumors, partly to set you guys up as we move into the weekend. Somebody said, great question. What was it? What are we talking about? The chat's moving too fast for me to see. So, I don't know what it was. Anyway, all right. Yeah, Hayden, I'm sorry. I sent you to voicemail. I apologize. And I have not looked at whoever the 34th person was for the helmet. I will do that later today for tomorrow. I am sorry. You guys sent like 300 emails in the first 3 minutes after 12:30. Appreciate Tyler Jordan for giving us another helmet to give away on Saturday night's post-game show. A lot of you guys watched the post-game show, so I appreciate that.
I think the question was, would all this drama not piss off the players and staff? We're top 10 and you're worried about another job. Here's the answer, and you guys don't like this answer. No, they're not pissed off. This is modern college football. Everyone's a free agent all the time.
It's just business.
It's just business. This is a business. This is not a emotional thing to most of the players, to most of the coaches. It's not personal. It's business. All of the players are prospective free agents at the end of the season. They all have decisions to make. So no, is this upsetting? Honestly, the answer is no. And I mean, and I think I'm going to say this. There's a lot of people that want to do this, attack Lane Kiffin for this part. Since these rumors became so prevalent, Ole Miss has gone to Oklahoma and won, defeated South Carolina fairly easily, defeated the Citadel pretty easily, and they stumbled around a little bit with some weird execution things, but they were very focused for Florida, had 500 and something yards of offense. I don't think the distraction angle from a player and coach standpoint holds any.
There is not evidence of that.
I don't think, not only does it hold no water, I think the bowl that would hold that water is bone dry.
So a couple things, and like I said, we'll say this. You can go to the message board. We're having a full conversation there. I don't know how many replies for the thread, but I'm sure a few as of this moment. There is no decision. There is absolutely no decision. There are more than two schools in play. Lane Kiffin does not know what he's going to do and where he's going to coach in 2026. That is sourced. That is certain. I'm not guessing. Anyone who says he is 100% doing anything is inaccurate.
Wish casting.
Hoping they prove to be correct later on, but that doesn't make you correct now. It is incorrect in every conceivable way. Mm-hmm. Ole Miss, LSU, Florida, all with the ability all with offers on the table to whatever degree in parlance you want to make that for Lane Kiffin right now.
Yes.
That is 100% a fact. It is 100% a fact that there is a chance, or there is going to have to be some movement on the part of this situation for Lane Kiffin to coach the playoff if Ole Miss makes the playoff. I don't think that's even something behind a paywall at this point, because we're going to talk about that as time goes on. He cannot put Ole Miss in that situation of not having a decision all the way into that period of time. It is also a fact that members of the, not Lane, but members of the Kiffin family were in Gainesville yesterday. It's 100% a fact.
Gainesville, Georgia?
No.
Florida.
That's correct.
Isn't that a college town?
It is.
What school's there?
University of Florida.
Oh, that makes some sense.
Does that mean he is 100% leaving? No, not at all. So, you guys are going to take my words and run with it, but whatever. I'm clarifying. That is not what I said. It does not mean he's going. It does mean they are doing due diligence on a number of options right now. Make of that what you will. I don't know. I do not know what Lane Kiffin is going to do. I simply know he doesn't know what he's going to do yet. There's a difference.
Say it again.
No. I think LSU is in play here.
There's no question.
They are really in play here. I'm actually going to you have a line or something you put on the message board, but I'm actually not going to give that away on the podcast right now.
That I'm about to put on.
Yeah.
I need to type it up.
Yeah, we're not gonna give it away here first. I believe, because I have a ton of sources that saying it, that Lane spoke to Florida, or however that worked. Again, I hate semantics of interviews and representation, or however you want to phrase that, but that there was contact and some type of conversation the Friday prior to the Citadel between Lane Kiffin, his representation, University of Florida. I do not blame Lane Kiffin for doing it right then. I know a lot of Ole Miss fans are very frustrated by this. They disagree with me, but there's two reasons why I feel like I do. One is that if you're Ole Miss, you want an answer. You have to have an answer. So he's not going to give an answer until he looks at the different options available, and you need him to actually go through those options. And doing it the Friday before the Citadel had zero impact on anything related to football at Ole Miss. It just didn't, not at all. I think the calendar, the timeline is very frustrating to everyone involved, mainly Lane Kiffin at this point. And it's unprecedented, both in the era that we're in. This has not happened, and also having a team that is going to be ranked 5th, maybe, in the college football playoff rankings on Tuesday night, something like that. They are one win away from, at the very worst, hosting a playoff game with a very high seed on December 19th or December 20th. There's a world where they're still the 4 seed in this, if it worked out correctly.
Yes.
Lane Kiffin, to his credit, has been incredibly transparent with Ole Miss administration throughout this process. Again, you can criticize, you can have a bunch of thoughts, you can think that a lot of this is nuts, but I do not believe he's done anything under cloak and dagger at all regarding his thought processes and tangible movement in related to this. But yes, I absolutely believe he's going to have to make a decision sometime soon. I expect Lane Kiffin to coach the Egg Bowl at this point, but that's where it is. And again, it's not a thought, it's not a guess. I am telling you, he does not know what he's going to do, both in what he wants to do and the timing and what the timing of the calendar allows moving forward. Both those are very much reasons for the conversation that we are currently having right now, or the monologue that I'm giving, or whatever we're doing.
You're doing well. I'm just kind of letting you go.
It is both. He has to decide where he wants to coach and what the timeline allows for him to do in selecting that job. Because again, if Lane Kiffin leaves, let me reiterate this. We've been talking about it all week, but it's worth reiterating. To leave, he has to, what would be his biggest professional accomplishment to date, making the college football playoff as a head coach and at Ole Miss, he would have to leave that program, leave that team, basically recruit players from that roster in real time, and sit on his sofa in Baton Rouge or Gainesville or Ames, Iowa, and watch.
Ooh, that's breaking.
It is. And watch Ole Miss, probably coached by Joe Judge, in a playoff game on his television. And mentally, that's just a tough place for me to get to. And it's why people who go, hey, I would still bet on Ole Miss, that is almost exclusively why they would still bet on Ole Miss.
For me, it's not almost exclusively. It is exclusively.
Yeah.
It's it.
Yes. Congratulations to Neal McCready on claiming Oklahoma was an incredibly, or the most consequential game, because there is zero way that is not a true fact.
Got one right. It's almost like I have common sense.
I do think to some degree.
You want a wrinkle?
Sure.
If Texas gets blasted by Texas A&M, there's a world where the Texas job pops open fast. Guess who Texas boosters talk about? I'll give you one guess. It's not Matt Campbell. There's your hint.
Nathan, thanks for the super chat. If Lanes decides to leave after the Egg Bowl, in your opinion, would it be too late for the candidate Neal mentioned on Saturday night?
Maybe.
Hold on. No.
Okay.
No. I don't want to elaborate, but no.
Okay.
I started to not answer the question at all because I'm having a hard time with things I can say, but no.
I mean, I'll say what I know from sources that are not yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
In a world where the Ole Miss job is open and he's not yet committed to another school, John Summerall at Tulane's very interested. I have no earthly idea how interested Ole Miss is or isn't. I don't know. I do not know. That's the honest to God truth. One of the reasons that we work well together, referring to me and Chase, is that we work things completely different angles. And a lot of times our information comes together and we have not had a time really to discuss this particular part.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't talked about it. God's honest truth. But that is true. Now I do believe he's down the road a little bit with a school. I don't know that, but I've heard it. So, I mean, timing is obviously an issue. If the whole bird in the hand, bird in the bush thing is a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's where we are right now. I mean, I do think it's that binary in this way. Again, there's a ton here that's not binary at all, but it is binary from the standpoint of Lane Kiffin either coaches Ole Miss in a playoff, or he is the Ole Miss, or he's not the Ole Miss coach next season. I mean, that's if you tell me if he's on the sidelines on December the 19th, I will tell you whether or not he is here next year.
Yeah.
Period. And as I've said, this is not some big scoop. Ole Miss keeps turnkey on retainer, 365 all the time. There is a search firm on retainer at Ole Miss for athletics all the time. Like any program would, or any occupation or corporation would, they do their due diligence on as much to whatever level they can in case it is necessary. Because at the end of the day, that is who you are beholden to, is your constituents in your school, and you go about the process of doing as much search ahead of time as possible. So it's not like Lane Kiffin leaves whenever Lane Kiffin leaves, assuming if he does leave, and then, hey, let's get together, guys, and put a list. I mean, no. You're way beyond that at that point. Yeah, sure. If he takes an NFL job, completely different. That's not even a factor right now. That's tomorrow's problem, should it happen. Because if he's taking an NFL job, everybody's going to pat him on the back, thank him for a hell of a job well done, and they're going to pull for that NFL team moving forward.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
No.
I mean.
Not even close. Not even close.
This is professional wrestling. That's like giving him a gold watch on the way out the door.
You know, I've done this now 4 or 5 times in interpersonal relationship conversations. I'm going to do it publicly. I guess I did it publicly in 10 Weekend Thoughts. Dan Wolken had a piece in Yahoo. He did. And he was exactly right. God, it hurts to say that. Sorry. Dan was exactly right. What we've done here is we have created professional sports, and we have stubbornly stuck to an amateur model. And it has put people in really weird spots. If Mike Tomlin were to leave the Steelers to go to the Giants, he will finish the Steelers season first.
Yes.
At the end of the season, if he wants to go to the Giants, if he's still under contract with the Steelers, there will be compensation. Maybe it's a 3rd-round pick. I don't know. Maybe it's a birthday cake. I don't know what it'd be, but it'd be something, right? The NFL, you have a schedule. It kind of bothers me. We were sitting next to my seat was next to an Atlanta Falcons scout on Saturday. His first name was Rustin.
was
obviously a very smart person. And we were just joking about how the college game, everything about it that's messed up, the answers, you don't even have to have hand-raised guy. Hand-raised guy can sit in the back of the room and go, do what the NFL does. What about this? We'll do what the NFL does. The NFL has a schedule, Chase, where they have a season, and then they have a little bit of a break, and then they have a free agent season, and then they have a little bit of a break, and then they have a draft, and then they have a break, and then they have the start of the next season. College football has a season that includes a draft the week of the conference championship games and includes free agency that starts the day after the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
It's all screwed up. And it's under these are student athletes. Okay. Are they really? What are we doing? And so you have a situation here, and I know the following is not going to be a very popular statement, a situation here that's really sort of unfair to Lane Kiffin. It's unfair to Ole Miss. In most worlds, people, when they have opportunities, they have the freedom to explore them. There's a world where he doesn't take an opportunity that he covets or wants because he just doesn't want to be seen as quitting his team. Because there's a world where what he would want to do, he can't do because of the timing.
Yeah.
Because that would be, if you're Ole Miss, you simply just can't allow it because number one, it's not a great look. And number two, and probably more importantly,
you have to worry about yourself.
You've got to move on.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because you've got to bring somebody in the middle of the preparation for a playoff game who can finish up a signing class and get started in the tampering portal.
Yeah. Two things. One, go ahead and write that out on the board.
Which part? I just did.
Oh, you did? Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Rustin Webster, that's a good point. He's an Ole Miss grad that used to be the GM of the Titans.
Is that right?
Yeah, that is
How about
that is correct.
I didn't put all that together. I just saw the name Rustin and said, "You're a genius." What a great name.
You were focused on that part of it, so it is what it is. Yeah. All right, we'll come back in a second. Before we do that, I'll tell you about NE Spark, the fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available. I mean, amazingly, it still stayed active on Saturday night after the game, just buzzing. I thought maybe we might have a lapse or something, but didn't. NC Spark was working like a charm on Saturday evening for the post-game show presented by Realtree because they offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. So learn more, register for service. That's nespark.com. NeSpark, get connected, stay local.
We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. Different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in Memphis, Hernando, South Haven, those areas, call Southern 662-429-4429. Oxford locals, Ole Miss families, if you need dry cleaning or laundry done right, Lapel's Dry Cleaning has you covered. Proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016, Lapel's takes care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters and everyday laundry. Even better, they offer free pickup and delivery to make life easier. Just call 662-638-3149 to be added to their pickup and delivery route, or visit them at 3010 Old Taylor Road, right across from the Mark Condominiums. Mention Rebels 24/7 or MPW Digital for 50% off your first order. Trust Lapel's to keep you looking your best. Brought to you by ENT Physicians of North Mississippi. As the largest private ENT practice in the state, their goal is simple: delivering fast, expert, comprehensive care for patients of all ages with ENT, allergy, sinus, dizziness, balance, and voice-related needs. With same-day or next-day appointments with ENT urgent care for that annoying cough or sore throat, in-office CT scans and same-day allergy testing, and access to their comprehensive audiology team, covering a full range of services from hearing aids and custom hearing protection to potential surgical options, ENT Physicians of North Mississippi are committed to removing barriers to care. They now have new locations in New Albany and Starkville, in addition to Tupelo, Corinth, and more. Get more details at entnorthmississippi.com or call 662-844-6513. My 10 weekend thoughts are up at rebels247.com. They're brought to you by Andrew Seago, Seago Wealth Management. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with a personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Seago, Seago Wealth Management, specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. Whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting. See what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com.
Podcast also brought to you by the Jackson Graber Group, a GMFS Mortgage. John Graber, Oxford, Todd Jackson, and Baton Rouge. A lot of stuff there. We'll just move on with the reader. Local trusted mortgage lenders right here in Oxford help all home buyers with first home new construction, refinancing. Oxford high grad, Ole Miss alum, local in-house processing, underwriting, servicing, and construction. Loan options, including conventional FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, and more. Buying a home, refinancing, or just have mortgage questions. That's gmfsmortgage.com/JGG, 662-762-4502. I mean, the one thing here is that looking at multiple places even further validates everything we're saying, which is he has no idea. Because if you knew you were just going to Florida, you would not be doing anything else. I mean, so that's nonsensical.
Yeah, that is true.
And if you... Newsflash to some of you, if you knew you were staying in Ole Miss, you wouldn't do any of it. So, just saying.
Makes sense.
Just a thought. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but hunch.
You're pretty smart.
I'm not the dumbest.
You know.
I mean, no, not the dumbest.
I mean, I get validation on that every day. I actually told my wife that last night. I said, I'm not the smartest guy in the world.
Well, I told Neal, and I'm not. I love all of you, but I did last night at like 7:30. I was kind of fried. I got an email come in, and it was the Realtree thing. It said, "Am I the 34th?" And I thought there were like 19,000 of you online at one point. No, you were not the 34th. 18 hours later. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's not how that worked. But it's okay.
Can I tell you how glad that my email was not attached to that?
I gave people too much credit.
Yeah.
I thought that people would think, hey, if I'm not like in the first 5 minutes, no shot. But it didn't work.
You believe in people more than I believe in people. And I give you credit for that. I think it's a good thing.
I do think this is worth mentioning real quick before I move on and look, I get it. I mean, this is an insane story. It is all due diligence.
Yeah.
Like, and again, if you are Ole Miss, you want a decision, however it comes, as fast as possible. You really, frankly, don't mind this. Go ahead and figure the hell out.
And let's be clear, Ole Miss is doing some of its own due diligence
well, of course.
Well. I mean, like we are, right? I mean, we're prepared for some stuff.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, I mean, in this world, there's no doubt about that. So, I did have an email, and I guess Neal was probably aware of the story. I'm just young enough to not have experienced it in real time, pulling it up. Of the only even sort of example of this, I won't dox the person that sent me the email, but I did find it interesting, and most people probably know this story. But the only kind of example of something like this happening was, is it Frieder that was at Michigan and left for Arizona State basketball right before the Fab Five? So this was written out to me this morning. So anybody that just, I don't know, a little history lesson for us this AM. Said in 1989, during the final week of the regular season, Michigan head coach Bill Frieder agreed to take the coaching job at Arizona State beginning the next season. Frieder intended to coach Michigan through the end of the 1989 NCAA tournament. However, when he told athletic director Bo Schembechler of his intentions, Schembechler ordered Frieder to leave immediately and named Fisher an interim head coach. When announcing the promotion of Fisher, Schembechler famously said, "I don't want someone from Arizona State coaching the Michigan team. A Michigan man is going to coach Michigan," where that quote comes from.
Yep.
Initially, Fisher was not expected to retain the position after the season. However, he led the Wolverines to an improbable NCAA championship that season thanks to strong performance by Glenn Rice.
Yeah.
Hired him as the school's permanent head coach a week after the championship game. Michigan credits the regular season to Frieder and the tournament to Fisher. because of the unusual circumstances surrounding the timing of the hiring, he's the only person to win the Division I national championship without ever experiencing a loss as the team's head coach. So,
what that?
Yes.
So, are you predicting something? I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Joe Judge goes, hold my beer right here. All right, let's go, boys. Let's go. Also, pro tip for the 1.5% that needs the pro tip. If you see a plane that has school logos on it, that is the number one sign of that not being related to anything to do with any coaching search known to man.
That's not it.
I felt like I was taking crazy pills last week when they said, well, the Florida Jet was in Atlanta talking to Brent Key. And I was like, yeah, because I don't know why Florida might be in Atlanta. I mean, just
big city. You never know. Well, the plane's only used for coaching searches. So if you have a year where the coaching search, there is no coaching search, the plane just sits at the tarmac.
It doesn't move.
No, it stays in the hangar. Ole Miss's plane, for example, has not flown anywhere because there's not been a coaching search. I guess they had a soccer coaching search that flew around to interview some soccer people.
Keith would love for that to be his problem right now.
I had someone ask me about a soccer hot board, and I think they were serious. And I was like, dude, stop. No.
I might just put money on the assistant right now. See how it goes. Anyway, I think that's all I got. You got anything else, or are we good? Can we move on?
Do I have anything else? I think Eli Drinkwitz is more involved at Auburn than people originally thought. I think Brent Key's a real candidate at Penn State. I am interested in the Texas thing suddenly, if that falls apart. That would be a high-profile job that would potentially rock the whole market. That's about it.
Okay. Marine Rebel, is there a world where there's a no-compete clause in the next contract? Nope. Number one, non-competes are pretty much not enforceable anymore. And two, no way. Francis Ilias coached the soccer team. Probably played a little footy over the years.
I would guess Keza Jiffa probably has played more footy than Ilias.
Will the next OM contract for whomever have a much higher bailout clause after 6 years of this never-ending mess?
All right, let's be fair here for a minute. I'm catching myself into Finn Lane Kiffin mode a little bit today. It has not been 6 years of never-ending mess. I mean, let's be clear a little bit. Let's be fair. He inherited a horrible job.
Yes.
Okay. One of the things where I think we didn't do the greatest job on Saturday night was we talked about how Ole Miss gives him everything he wants, and they do now. There was a minute leading up to that. When he took the job in December of 2019, the Ole Miss program was not good. Now, that was nobody's fault necessarily. It was Hugh Freeze's fault. I mean, it's whose fault it was. It was Hugh Freeze's fault. It was Ross Bjork's fault. It was the people that had run that program into the damn ground. Their fault. Clearly. There. The job was not a good one. The roster had been depleted by NCAA sanctions. Then COVID hit. It was a rough time. In 2021, I do think Kiffin quietly looked around at LSU, at Florida. He got no traction whatsoever. That was not a distraction for that team. It just wasn't. It never went anywhere. The 2022 thing is well documented. I don't know that in the last 2 years there was really any big distraction for Ole Miss. In 2023, I don't remember Kiffin's name being all that.
No, he was coming back for that Last Dance team.
Yeah.
Like, that was not.
The 2020
there was a lot of media talk regarding Florida last year, but he never was fired.
Right.
So
it never really became a story.
No. It just kind of simmered for a minute.
Yeah, but that wasn't his fault. The Last Dance thing was a really poorly executed marketing campaign, my opinion. And now this year you have Lane Kiffin, where he is the hottest commodity in college football. And so I find it, and I know I'm probably upsetting people as I say this. I'm intentionally not looking at the stream as I say this. How many times in anyone's life are you the hottest commodity in your field? It's never happened to me. If you were, you likely would do some due diligence. Not defending, I'm just trying to be rational. How many times in anyone's life are you the hottest commodity? And if you don't do due diligence and you just ignore it and you stay where you are and then things don't work out for some reason and you look back and go, I should have done my due diligence, that's a lot to live with. It's just a different viewpoint. I know it's not the popular viewpoint here.
Oh, and dear God, just to get out ahead of this, no, it's not Landry going to visit her freaking boyfriend today. Just stop.
No, stop.
Stop.
Some of you people that cannot handle this, I understand, but you're trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's copium. No, they're doing due diligence. I would assume Landry has already been to Baton Rouge.
Yes, that is not what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about here.
Okay. I think I'm done now. Feels weird to transition into actual football, frankly, but that's where we are right now.
I'm not giving you a sob story, Doors. I'm being honest. If you have, it's not even, and by the way, people use the word leverage. There's no leverage here.
No, it's not leverage.
This is not leverage. I mean, you don't have to like Jimmy Sexton if you don't want to. It's cool. It's fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. This isn't leverage. He's going to make an absolute ton of money wherever he goes. Here's the 100%, he's getting a raise. Fair?
100%.
A big raise. So it's not leverage. This is about choosing where you want to be. Simple as that.
Yes.
And again, I'm doing this intentionally. There is a real world where Texas falls apart and they make a change.
And yeah, it's 100% great for business, but I still would rather not be doing it right now, I'll be honest. And that's the truth. That is not, I mean, it's not.
Oh, God.
This is not me like violin. Sure, it's great for business. I'd also rather have actually spent my day normally yesterday and Lane Kiffin had signed the extension and we move on. You can believe me or not, but it's the God's honest truth.
I flat out felt guilty yesterday. I mean, we don't know many people here. We don't have a bunch of friends. We don't have social circles. We don't do anything. It's just me and her.
I was walking around the house with AirPods, and again, I'm not digging ditches. I'm not complaining about my job. Yeah. I'm just explaining. I had AirPods in, and anyone in my house did not know who I was talking to. They were like, "Are you talking to me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm in my ear. I'm not. Right. I'm." And then when you look at somebody and you go, "Hey," and they're like, "What? Now me?" I'm like,
"Right,
I get it." You know, so it's fine.
I will say the soap opera here is a story that Laura is interested in.
Really?
This is the first Ole Miss football related story that she's been interested in probably 18 years.
Okay.
She's just kind of fascinated with it.
Okay. I do want to bring up Kewan Lacey for a minute. We talked about him on Saturday night. He was clearly the main story of this.
Oh, can I answer one more thing? Then I'll stop. Ethan says some reporter needs to ask him why he hasn't signed the extension because he's not prepared to sign it.
Yeah, I mean
that's why. I mean,
he doesn't want. He's not ready yet.
Some of you guys, and I'm not picking on you, Ethan, but just in general, there's people that want reporters to ask these really emotional questions, and we already know the answer. Why ask a question when you know the answer? He hasn't signed it yet because he doesn't know that he's going to sign it. Obviously, if he were going to sign it, he would have already signed it. He hasn't signed it because I don't think he's made up his mind. I don't think he knows what he wants to do. That's kind of obvious. You don't even have to be sourced on that. You don't have to talk to anyone to see that that's obviously the case. They're doing their due diligence during an open date. He knows at this point, according to Chase, and I've heard this independently as well, that there is, for lack of a better word, a deadline. I don't know that it's a hard, fast.
Yeah, I don't think it's like, hey, 4:00 on Thursday or something.
Right, but that there is
we got to know
a time frame where, hey, we got to know, got to move forward.
Yeah,
and so that's all in play, and again, I use this word incredibly loosely. That deadline is not today. And to follow up on what you said, yes, is this what I want to do with my open date week? Is absolutely the last thing I want to do with my open date week. I'll be transparent. Both of my brothers are coming to town. A lot of family's going to be here. And the last time that happened was 2022, and I spent the entire time on the phone, and I'm having flashbacks, and I'm sort of dreading it. Yeah. So, no, I would love for this to be resolved and done and moved on, and where I could take Friday and Saturday and be completely off. Yeah. That's what I would love to do, to be honest.
And a lot of you well-adjusted ones, I think you're seeing the bigger picture here, which is that Ole Miss is showing its ability to be a national program, regardless of who the head coach is. You had a record crowd. You had the best pregame and in-game I have ever seen from Ole Miss on Saturday night. It was awesome. They did a phenomenal job. I have no idea why Ole Miss pulled the Kippen stuff out of the pregame video. I've been asked multiple times. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I've asked some people. Nobody seems to have an answer. I haven't worked on it that hard. It doesn't matter.
Can I insert one more thing real quick to interrupt you?
Sure.
Those of you in the stream that are saying, I'm not defending his social media activity. He's clearly emotional at this point. That's obvious. There's other people around that are emotional. Yesterday was an emotional day on social media, clearly. Yes. And I'm not defending anything. I'm just trying to tell you why people aren't asking these emotional questions, because if you already know the answer, why ask the question?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I kind of think about it. My mind works in more historical terms than Neal's does, and it's like you said. I mean, Lane inherited a really bad job, and I told Neal yesterday on the phone, Lane and Ole Miss have sort of improved together. Lane has gotten better as a head coach. Ole Miss has come, leaps and bounds with exponents since that time in every single capacity.
Immeasurable.
And Ole Miss has a great job and a great conference right now because of the synergy that exists between everyone. That is staff, that is AD, that is chancellor, that is foundation, that's collective, that's student the fan body, base. That
everyone.
That's up and down, and one person is not going to completely derail that in one fell swoop. It's not going to happen.
No, absolutely not.
So you're okay.
Sure.
I don't know what next season looks like or next week looks like, but you're all right. It's all good.
That applies to most of college football.
Every damn body.
I mean, again, you're in a sport where everyone's a free agent.
That is my one bit of therapy advice for everybody, is that Ole Miss has elevated to a place above Lane Kiffin. Now, he's hell of a coach, hell of a marketer, all the stuff. He's a great fit for your school. Not downplaying it at all. But just saying it's not like the whole cattle leaves town when he leaves. Should he leave?
I'll give a Kiffin criticism from the stream. I thought the picture of the hat with the powder blue and red,
tone deaf.
I thought that was trolling. I think the comment about the Citadel crowd was meant to be a joke that fell remarkably flat. But yeah, I thought the hat thing was tone deaf. I thought that came across as, hey, I'm trolling, and I don't think that's what it was designed to be. But here we are. I'm not sure that everybody in that world, not even talking about him, just everybody in his world fully grasped how much of the focus this was going into that game Saturday.
No.
Not just Lane, but lots of coaches are really bad about living in bubbles during the season. You know what I mean? Lots of them. And sometimes that's a good thing because it allows you to really focus on your team and the task at hand. And sometimes it's not the best thing because you're tone deaf to the things that are happening around you.
It wasn't overly identifiable if you weren't kind of looking in the minutia, but no, this is not the right phrase, but we're in live podcast, so I'll just go with it. No, I don't necessarily mean these words like this. I've sort of felt bad for Ole Miss in a way from the standpoint of if you're Lane and you're looking at it from the outside, it's this record crowd and it was a frenzy and you've got all the people celebrating at the end with the song and the Tom Petty and the whole deal's going on. And I'm sure the square was jam-packed. I stayed the hell away from it, but I'm sure you guys were hanging off the damn rafters and the whole deal. But a lot of people were kind of going, yeah, but there's this. And just it wasn't full all the way up and the amp and the whole deal. It even kind of started that morning. I mean, we said this, I think, on the postgame show. Game day didn't discuss Ole Miss in case they had a report that was going to go against the analysis of the on-set people at the time. So you've got a top 6 team play in Florida with all this going on, and game day just doesn't even talk about your school whatsoever. It was weird.
Thank you, Bobby Ray. Bobby Ray Gray with the big super chat. That's very kind of you. He says, go get a beverage for lunch. I wish I could go get a beverage for lunch. Might take you up on that. I might do that on Friday. Might have beverage for lunch Friday.
Okay.
And when you try to call me with, hey, I need you to take this call, I'll be like, no habla inglés.
Yeah, I mean, Alexandra says here it should have been like Georgia last year, except probably on steroids, and it wasn't. And I get it. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, hardly anybody's just called me and went, hey, God, that was just freaking awesome. And that was the end of the story. So I get it. But at the same time, you do need to remember that it is the tangible element here is your team is 10-1, and you're in the playoff, in my opinion, no matter what.
Yeah.
But you're a home host at 11-1 and the whole deal. And Ole Miss Ole Miss has never won 11 games in regular season, ever. You're in rarefied air, so do whatever you can to enjoy that. Because, like I said, your program is not rising and falling in this one situation.
Well, let's be clear. I think they're going to be no lower than 5. Just if you look at like the landscape.
On playoff game, you get a weird 4. Suddenly, hey, you might be cooking with gas. I mean, that's not today's problem, but
I mean, there's a real chance you and me are ringing in the new year in
one of those 4 cities.
One of those 4 cities.
I mean, a real chance. I'll be almost surprised if we're not, frankly.
And so,
I'm going to have to get him out of the bar at 3:30 in the morning. And I mean, it's just, it gets, he loves New Year's.
I'm partying.
Second to Thanksgiving. And it's.
The Thunder have a home game on the 31st, man. I'll watch it.
Wow. Okay.
They always play at home on New Year's Eve.
Why?
It's just a thing.
The league gives it to them?
Yeah.
So they favor the Thunder?
Yeah, the league is fixed for the Thunder. Clippers lost again last night. Spin the wheel.
You're already spinning that damn wheel.
Spin the tankathon wheel, baby.
God. Okay. Podcast brought to you in part by Horn Legend, hornlegend.com. Got some women's jackets over here behind me, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Those came in. So for our 4%ers, 18%ers, really should look at them in all seriousness. They're excellent. I've seen them out of the package, seen them on. They're great.
You tried on the package?
I did. I made sure the quality control was up. The vest, the jackets, again, select MPW Digital and the drop down. Love all their stuff, but especially the vests, the quarter zips, and all those things. Men's and women's products available. HornLegend.com.
It is good stuff. Arnett's Fine Jewelry. It's a 4th generation jeweler. They're located in the old Lamons building, North Lamar Avenue in Oxford, coming up for basketball, coming up for the playoffs. Arnett's. They have all the jewelry you could want for gifts. Stackable diamonds, genuine stone bands, pearls, genuine color stones, diamond jewelry, flexible bangles. I know you like those. Diamond pendants, earrings, and more. At Arnett's, they want to be your jeweler. We're brought to you by the College Corner. Speaking of gifts, the Ole Miss fan in your life, they've got all the stuff that you could want for him or her. All the brands you're looking for: Nike, Horn Legend, Champion, Antigua. They got 2 locations in Jackson as well. Fleet Feet, the one next to Fleet Feet in Ridgeland, the one next to the Half Shell in Flowood, and, of course, the one across the street basically from Secret Chick-fil-A here in Oxford right off of Sisk. You can also go to collegecornerstore.com. Maybe you're doing flooring for Christmas. It's not exciting, but you would enjoy it. It's the gift that keeps giving the whole year round. Kaiser Flooring can kick up the cozy in your home this season with new floors. Certified installers. They do a wide range of options: vinyl, hardwood, laminate, heated tile, whatever you're looking for. They do incredibly good work at Kaiser Flooring in Oxford or Batesville. You can also check them out at kaiserflooring.com. Speaking of beverages, I have a great beverage idea. Want to guess what it is, Chase?
Coors Banquet beer.
That's right. Since its inception in 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed in the same tradition of the original 150-year-old recipe. Banquet is crafted with 100% Rocky Mountain water. So when you're enjoying a banquet, you know what you're drinking? You're drinking history. That's what you're drinking with Coors Banquet. I actually watched some of the American Revolution show on PBS last night. It was really good. I think we're recording a Mind on My Money this afternoon. That's brought to you by Argent Wealth. It's based in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Clients in more than 20 states. They provide detailed, specialized investment management, financial planning, retirement planning for individuals and businesses, and much, much more. At Argent, investing is treated like a commodity. Decisions are made using objective information and research, not emotions. Regardless of your level of wealth, Argent will sit down with you, listen to your goals, study your expenses, and put forth a comprehensive, detailed financial and retirement plan built just for you. It's myargentwealth.com.
Podcast also brought to you by, sorry, I need to quit not arguing, but correcting people on the message board. Just let them go. New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions, NewAlbanyPharmacy.com, located at 140 Fairfield Drive. You can contact them, 662-539-7777. New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions, family-owned pharmacy with excellent service, wide range of gifts for all ages, home decor, jewelry, and more. Got some great items from Michael a couple weeks ago. Great stocking stuffers for Christmas as we get close. We get past this Thanksgiving thing. Tell them you heard about them from MPW Digital. 15% off any non-medical purchase. Again, that's NewAlbanyPharmacy.com. Yeah, I love all of you, all subscribers, but no.
Do you really? That's a strong statement. Do you really?
I appreciate that you're here.
There you go. That's better.
We say all this, and again, I get it. Okay. I get the optimism, which you want to be true. But the first response was, well, Layla's mom lives in Gainesville, and Will lives in Baton Rouge.
There you go. Hey. Some people, man. Hey.
I wish I kind of was that person.
Don't you really kind of, sort of? I mean, seriously.
Where you just, everything's perfect. I mean, blood pressure would be lower.
Everything's a Hallmark movie.
I mean, seriously. I think. Well, I told you yesterday at one point, I said, I've got to get off the message board or I'm going to start fighting with people.
Yeah.
I was just fried, and I went, I've got to go. I've got to do something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to talk about. I do want to talk about Keywan Lacey for a minute because
I was listening.
All this stuff. What? Can I talk about the running back?
Maybe in a minute. I was on the Lane Kiffin Zoom last night, and a certain answer happened. I had it on speaker because I was recording it. Laura was in the living room. I could not sit up here anymore. I had to go downstairs and I had to have a different viewpoint. So I was sitting at the kitchen bar, and I was on it, and she went, "Oh my God," at one of the answers. And I thought, well, just one of those days. I said, it's a time for a Coors Banquet beer right now.
You filled up the thing, or is it empty?
It's kind of emptied out a little bit. I gotta go. I need to go make
all the Coors are gone.
All the Coors are gone because Coors is good. You know why? Because when you drink Coors, you're drinking history.
You are.
And I love history. That's why I drink it. What you got? Keywan Lacey. Try again. Let's see if you can pull it off.
I don't know. He runs for a lot. Hold on. I had it up.
It was like 253 or something, wasn't it?
It wasn't that much.
Oh, was it not? Felt like that much. That's a big run. Ace of Spades, Kiffin talks about how he needed us more than we needed him. His actions since 22 haven't really shown that. We deserve better. Keith Carter, Tyler Jordan deserve better. Again, two things can be true at one time. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah.
I mean, I have unpopular opinions on some of these things, and I realize that. I don't know that him saying that means I'm staying forever. And I think to read into that is unfair to him, honestly.
There are a segment of people that rather you tell them false info just so they can feel good about it right now. There's 100%.
It's not just that.
Then they can make mad at you, not them later.
That's the psychology.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lacey runs for, had it here, 224 yards on 31 carries, including, and this is the stat. This is what I want to talk about for a minute because I do at least make everybody aware of the season that he is having. is that Chambliss's mobility in the pocket and Lacey's just overall skill has made this offensive line look better than they are. There's no doubt about that. They've improved. They're not bad.
That run at the end of the third quarter was badass.
Yeah. He goes for 224. He had 138 after contact. He's averaging 4.45 for the game after contact. He, for the second time this year, forced 14 missed tackles, which is the national lead for a week, and he's done it twice. He now is the season overall leader for forced missed tackles in the country. He has now forced 3 more than Jacksonville State's Cam Cook. He'll look great in whatever SEC uniform he's in next year. And then Ahmad Hardy has 71. He is 14 behind Lacey at this point, and Hardy had him a day against the Bulldogs.
Hardy's behind
Saturday.
Lacey?
14 in missed tackles forced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Lacey leads the country in forced missed tackles. That is correct.
Am I crazy to tell you that right now, if I did my Heisman ballot, I might put Lacey on it? Would you like for me to give you my reasoning?
Sure.
His team is 1 win away from 11-1. I think he's the MVP of this team.
Oh, he is the MVP of this team.
So without Kejuan Lacey, this team is not 11-1.
Oh, God.
Without Kejuan Lacey, this team is, I don't know, it's not 11-1. I don't know what it would be. It's not 11-1. In a world where Ole Miss goes 11-1, they're the 5 seed, maybe higher. They're a national championship contender. And I think he's the best running back in the country. And look, I like Ahmad Hardy because he's my guy, right? He's been terrific at Mizzou
because he's from Monroe.
He played at ULM.
Yeah,
he did. Okay. Yeah, damn right. That's why Wyatt Williams Jr. is my favorite Rebel.
Bobby Ray, my guy, thank you. What are your thoughts on Kejuan Lacey? Yeah, I mean, thanks. Yeah, that's all you had to do. See, we just had to get that going in right now. Sammy, I'll get to your questions one second. I do want to finish about Lacey, and we'll come back there. No, he's the MVP of the team. They would not be 10-1. He has pulled so much out of the fire, and he's giving them a red zone and a goal line presence that they just wouldn't have without him because they already sort of scuffle there at times.
If they just give it to him.
Look. I had it going through my head of, oh, good, the post-game show where we got all the Lane, Florida stuff going on, and he won't just hand the ball to 5. Like, they had 3rd and goal from the 1, and then 3rd and goal from the 4, and I know what I would do.
Lane, do you ever watch the Super Bowls? Do you remember that Super Bowl when – because that –
But that was the end of the game. Yeah. Carroll did the right thing.
Yeah, I know.
This is not the right thing.
I know. I'm being silly.
I know.
I'm trying to –
Austin Simmons came in and threw the ball on a reverse pass thingy.
And in fairness to Lane,
the other one was open.
Had he, Trinidad said as much. Had he just made the throw that he makes 100 times out of 100 times, it's a touchdown.
It is.
Yeah, I get it. It's easy to second guess.
But there was a margin of error. You do have to complete the pass.
You do.
I just got to hand it to him.
If we want to rip bad coaching, can we start in on Shane Beamer? I know we have some super chats to get to, but my God, at the 3rd quarter of the Texas A&M South Carolina game, Shane Beamer is working the clock, and I'm like, dude, just keep playing.
Yeah, go.
You're winning. Go.
Play in prevent in the 3rd quarter, basically.
Go win the game. You're 3-8 or whatever the hell you are. Go win. Just play. You got nothing to – Shane, you're not going to the playoffs.
He has to be fired.
Just play.
Right.
I mean, I would have fired him.
If he were in on the Virginia Tech job, he wouldn't be now. I mean,
I was watching that. I was starting to think he was in on another job.
Yeah.
Austin, thank you for the super chat. People always make fun of Austin because of the multiple super chats. I don't. I'm appreciative. He says, scale of 1 to 10, how busy are you guys going to be over the next month? Have y'all started a hot board yet? On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say we're at least a 9. And I'll answer this honestly. Yes.
I mean, as we would anyway. I mean,
We spent Saturday doing a hot board. In fact, I sent you a hot board addendum today. Did you get it?
Okay, I saw it. I haven't. Yeah, but yes.
Yeah, you have time.
Today's
not the day.
Lacey at 1,136, 1,136 rushing yards on the season to go with now a school record 19 touchdowns. He scored 3 more on Saturday.
Whose record did he break?
Quinshawn Judkins. Yes. He was tied with Quinshawn, and then now he has 3 more than Quinshawn. He also broke the all-purpose touchdown record for Ole Miss on Saturday for a season. He's 1 yard behind BenJarvus Green-Ellis for the 5th most rushing yards in school history.
I like his chances to pass BenJarvus.
Do you?
I do.
And he is 33 yards away from 3rd place, which is Dexter McCluster at some point.
Sorry, Dex, you're falling to 4th.
Okay.
I like his chances against the Mississippi
Here's where
State
he's got a
defense.
really notable thing, because looking at the thing, I would assume Quinshawn probably got there in 22, but nobody else will have done it in school history. And this is, to me, this is actually a really remarkable stat. He is very much on pace and is going to get 1,000 yards after contact on the season.
Wow.
After being touched.
You're talking him onto my ballot right now.
I'm just telling you, if you look at advanced analytics, this cat doesn't go down. His after contact numbers are amazing.
I'm just going to tell you, on my ballot right now, there will be 2 running backs on my ballot. And I'm not going to violate Heisman rules, because they have rules, and I'm not going to violate it. But I'm just telling you they would be.
2. I get it. I mean, I'm telling you, I was doing snap counts this morning. Those are up at rebels247.com for those who care. And as I was going through it, I went, whoa. I just like kept seeing the stuff over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. Got a real shot. And obviously a long run of 59, but he doesn't have like that 90 or something that happens sometimes.
You want to take it on Sammy's super chat question?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let me go back up.
He says, good morning to the Love Lane experience. Answer me 2 questions. 1, Lane stays, and what stipulations would Keith put into the extension? 2, Lane leaves, and how long can we avoid any form of buyout?
On the number 2, I don't see the buyout going into some crazy space. I just don't.
I don't either.
I do not see that being a thing.
I agree.
Right or wrong, it's up to you guys, but I don't. On the first,
none.
Well, you would want to put something. Say he signed this Thursday.
Okay.
You want something in for the next 2 months.
Yes.
So then it's at least worth the paper it's written on.
Yeah.
You would do some form of, hey, the buyout's $15 million, and we'll put it back down to 3 or 5 or what the hell ever next August or whatever.
Right.
Outside of NFL gigs.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to do something to make it not more than a paperweight, but otherwise.
Yeah.
No, I think it would be a standard contract. I do. Fred Taylor, an NFL comparison for Lacey.
Oh. He's a good player.
Yeah, I'm not even going to start with what assistants might or might not do, hypothetically. I would anticipate in a world where Lane left, most of them or all of them would stay for the run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would.
Come on.
Like I said, I know something there, but we're not doing that on the show.
Well, we're not there yet.
No,
that's what I told somebody yesterday. They were trying to go there, and I'm like, we're not there. Everyone's talking about him almost in past tense. He has not left. He has not left. He was in Oxford yesterday. He was in the building. He was recruiting. He was on the Zoom call.
No, he is, again, there's 2 things. He is fulfilling every obligation to be the Ole Miss head football coach. He's winning games, and Ole Miss is aware of his actions and movements. He's not hiding anything.
Right.
For all the stuff about whether he's trolling or not trolling or doing anything else, to the best of my knowledge, which is pretty good, is that he has been transparent with his employers regarding this situation. This is not cloak and dagger, and nobody knew that anybody was going to Gainesville or Baton Rouge or wherever the hell anybody's going right now, or talking to anybody or anything else. No, he again, it's weird. It's unprecedented, but it hasn't been a secret. And those are not the same thing. So just saying, here as we move forward.
Yeah.
We're going to do lines tomorrow. This is not a line day. I'm not going to suddenly jump into South Carolina and whoever the hell they play on Saturday.
South Carolina plays Coastal Carolina, and they're a 23.5-point favorite.
They play the Chanticleers.
They do.
On Saturday.
They do.
The mythical Roosters, if you will.
Yeah.
Chaucers.
I saw Taylor McGregor was doing the South Carolina game, and I laughed because I know Taylor, and she's incredibly nice. And she was doing a segment. I had it on mute, but it was with Cocky, the actual rooster, not the mascot, the actual bird or whatever. Actual bird, and I was like, oh, this is her friends are going to be sending her all sorts of Gamecock jokes. There's a lot of anger. The anger is palpable.
I've got to figure out a way to just get through the day and not react to anything. I mean,
again, he hasn't left. He as of this moment hasn't left.
Hey, do me a favor, if you know me, like where you have my phone number, don't text me what anybody else is saying. Do me that favor and let me isolate this week, because I don't really want to do that.
You don't want me to tell you what I hear?
No, you're fine. Okay. But like somebody just... I'm fine. I really am. I'm fine.
You don't seem fine.
I know you asked me that when I walked in, and I was fine. You go, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I just had somebody text me and go, hey, just FYI, are you sure you're right about Gainesville? Yancey saying it's not true. And I'm going...
Now, see, now you're baiting me. That's not fair. I've been nice. I've been supportive to you today. I genuinely asked if you were okay. I was worried about you. You're my friend.
Legitimately just got that text from somebody. It's like, well, number one, if you need me to verify, no, okay. I'm sorry. This is in real time. Hunter says you look flustered for sure. I'm fine.
Now I'll finish your sentence. Don't do this to us. This is the one thing we both hate. I'm not sure who hates it more, me or him. It's close. It's really close. If another outlet, any outlet, reports something, don't come asking us for validation. You either
believe it or you don't.
You either believe them or you don't. And it doesn't affect me one way or the other. If you believe them, great. If you don't, great. If you believe them and it turns out to be inaccurate, take it up with them. We're not part of that deal. We don't operate the way they do. We don't do anything the way that. Nope. I'm not criticizing. I'm not saying we do better or worse. I'm not.
It's capitalism, and you have choices.
It is. That's a great way to put it. I am not telling you we're better. I'm not telling you we're worse. I am telling you we don't do it the way they do it. And so you get to pick. But don't ask us to validate it. Not going to do it. I'm going to ignore those messages.
Yeah. Ginger did make me laugh. How badly does Knox want to go to prom? I laughed. That was good.
That is good.
I mean, Neal would be already packed up because he didn't go anyway.
I never went to the prom.
Which I don't understand because you were Mr. Ruston High.
I was.
So I don't know how that happens.
It's a long story. There's a lot.
Oh, is there a story there?
No, probably not a story. It's probably a sign that there was some mental illness if we're being serious. Okay.
Sorry, I was reading through the chat a little bit. We'll come back in a second. First, tell you about The Firm. They are sponsoring our internship program. We had some good pictures from Peyton on Friday from the TADPAD game. We haven't talked about that yet. So
Peyton does a really good job as a photographer.
She's been good.
She's been really good.
Yes. She covered the women's game on Wednesday, wrote content from that, and then took photos Friday night from the TADPAD game.
They have a big crowd.
Yeah, the TADPAD game was sold out, Neal. It was. I mean, not another ass could get in the seats.
What about the women's game?
They played. They beat. I don't know. I don't remember.
Big crowd.
There's people there.
Okay.
Yeah. Does your home and auto insurance keep going up? Let the folks at The Firm, a proud Liberty Mutual and Safeco Insurance agency partner, take a look. Founded by Ole Miss alum Bryden Hayden, The Firm services the entire Southeastern Conference. Let the team of licensed professionals review your insurance needs and put together a coverage plan that protects you and your family without breaking the bank. Consultation 662-236-1101. Staff at thefirmsouth.com. That's 662-236-1101.
Makes one of us, Joey. Hunter. Makes one of us. Brought to you by John Edwards. Want to get away? I kind of do. Travel, make a trip, one that creates a lifetime of unique memories, or in my case, just something that gets you out of town. Get in touch with John Edwards. Give him a budget, give him some parameters, and he will give you some options that you're probably not going to find on your own. 901-494-3387 or send him an email, jedwards@regencytravel.net. Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. We're going to get Chase smiling in a minute. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental's here to help you achieve your smile goals. Schedule your appointment today. Take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com. We are brought to you by Art Hayes, Sotheby's International Realty. He hosts, or sponsors, I should say, my mailbag each and every Wednesday. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's to work for you. You can only imagine all the questions that I'm getting, creative questions that have nothing to do with this saga. As a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you, seriously. So call and ask him how, 612-805-5929 or email art@arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com. And don't forget, you can get Hovey hats, your favorite Hovey hat, favorite Ole Miss hat, or they've got other schools' hats. If you have doing some Christmas shopping, you've got Tennessee fans, Vanderbilt fans in your life, Mississippi State fans, whatever the case may be. HoveyDryGoods.com.
Podcast is brought to you by Chicory Market, chicorymarket.com. Hope all of you guys took advantage of the supper clubs they've been having throughout football season. Great crowds, great food on those. Really the best deal in town when you think about it. They are doing one for New Year's Eve, so you can go ahead and pick up your ticket and head for that. Because you just show up and you eat. You don't do anything else. BYOB, you can go buy a bottle from Bomb Bottle Shop right there next door.
Nice
and
store.
Take in some great food there from Heath Johnson. And just stop in every day. It's in the Midtown Shopping Center. Local produce, Coors Banquet maybe. I mean, got all kind of stuff available there for you with Chicory Market and Johnson Hill Creamery. They're located, right there inside. So their cheeses locally and in-house every single day and much more. Again, that's chicorymarket.com. Podcast also brought to you by G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222. They deliver locally in the Oxford area and offer MedSync for your prescriptions the same time each month and take care of you. One trip to the pharmacy, one delivery. You have everything you need when you need it from G&M. Again, that's 662-236-2222. Yeah, I'm not doing the helmet thing until tomorrow. I simply did not have time yesterday to go figure out who was 34, spelling the thing correctly. You got to go check spam to make sure you didn't get one over there. I try to be fair. So
you do try to be fair.
I'm trying.
You're a fair person.
Using my email was a really dumb decision.
It was
an incredibly dumb decision.
It was not well thought out.
Well, I had problems.
You did.
Again, I wanted a listener to win, so I can't send out a Google Doc.
It's true.
So you have to do something in real time.
So Billy Bob Gator 34 did not win the.
I appreciate whoever it was. Maybe it was Jeff in our stream. He recommended early in our show on Saturday night to make the chat subscriber only, where you had to be a subscriber for a certain period of time to be able to comment. And that greatly calmed down our post-game experience on Saturday night. So I appreciate that suggestion.
Was it a meltdown early?
I just blocked 30 Gator people that were trying to look like Ole Miss fans. And then we went from there. So
gotcha.
Yeah, that's where we are. I know, Robert. I mean, you could have texted me that. He says, just create a new account for this. Yeah, we have an mpwdigital@gmail.com account, but I don't really know the password or haven't tried to open it in quite a while. So I don't know what it is or is not at this point. Ole Miss knocked off UC Bakersfield 82-60 on Friday night at Tad Smith Coliseum for the final game at Tad Smith Coliseum. I was trying to get a story done for Friday about a lot of players' favorite memories from Tad Smith, and I just ran out of time. I'm still going to run it this week. I figure it'll be okay. It's Coliseum still there for now. But other stuff came up that was a little more important and sort of bit off more than I could chew in a short period of time because I'm trying to talk to a lot of former players, and I have so far. It's been good catching up with some of them or talking to them for the first time as well. But Ole Miss dominating Bakersfield at Tad Smith on Friday. Rod Barnes in attendance, not coaching Bakersfield anymore.
He did not.
He had 2 press conferences over the course of Thursday and Friday.
He did.
So
it was good. It was It was fine. It was hot. It was hot.
Yeah, Ben, I agree that they're here for Kiffin news, but I don't have any more Kiffin news. I'm all tapped out on Kiffin news. So, I mean, again, we can go in circles, but I got nothing. So, I mean, I am avoiding a bit of a soliloquy about. I think that we could turn the volume down in the pavilion. It's one thing I think we are learning from Tad Smith. I'm just saying, but
I didn't know where you were going.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's an unpopular opinion some of the time, but yes, it's too damn loud. I don't know.
Has there ever been 800 in the stream on an open date Monday? No. I feel safe and sane.
God, no.
Someone asked, would we have an emergency pod on developments? Yeah. Yeah.
We would.
I would think so.
Although it's not an emergency if he stays.
That's true. It's not an emergency if he leaves. But we would have a pod.
Yeah, I mean, we don't usually use the term emergency pod.
We need one of those red sirens that goes and just put it up.
Yeah, I had comments on the family in Gainesville. I mean, I did. I said they're doing their due diligence. We talked about that. We led with that.
We actually commented a good bit.
A lot. Yeah. That's not
commented quite a bit. I believe I'm a little sensitive about talking a whole lot about family because I don't think it's completely fair. I don't believe it's fair to hold in this case. I don't know how old he is, 15 or 16. I don't think it's fair to hold him to some standard by what he posts or doesn't post. He's a kid.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. So I've seen people kind of criticize that. And to me, he's off limits. And so he can post whatever he wants. He's a kid. Like, kids post a lot of stuff. I had kids that age not that long ago, and they would post stuff. And sometimes you'd be like, what are you doing? But they're kids, and I'm not going there.
Well, because I get a lot of thing of, hey, this guy's kid or this guy's kid saying this, and I just no, that is never going to be an independent source for anything. I refuse on that regard. So no.
You know, there was a line in the Dellinger piece that I think got lost last week. I think I said this on the postgame show, so I'll be very quick. But it struck me when I went back on Saturday and reread it, because I was pulling a quote for my column. And in it, he was talking about the decision in 2022 to stay. And the narrative being he did it because of his daughter. And he said, well, it wasn't just because of her. It was also because of his parents. And that ultimately he did it for him. And that you make these decisions, if you make them right, you make them for yourself. Because I'm adding this part, because otherwise you run the risk of resenting the people in your life who contributed to that decision. And so at the end of the day, it's one of the reasons there was a question on the board yesterday, and I hate going here. I really just don't like this topic. I don't like it at all. It's not fair to anyone. But everyone's doing but his family. At the end of the day, I think he owes it to himself, whatever the decision is, to stay, to go, whatever. He owes it to himself to make the decision for him. He's the one that has to, wherever it is, whether it's Oxford or Gainesville or Baton Rouge or Austin or wherever, he's the one that has to get up every morning and go to work. He's the one every morning that has to get up and go sell that program. He's the one that has to go get a team ready to play. He's the one that has to market that program. He needs to choose what's best for him, the one that he wants.
Yes.
His family,
100%.
I'm guessing, would rather have happy Lane than unhappy Lane. That's my guess. And that's not a hint. I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea. If you made me guess today, I think I know what I would guess, but my guess would be nothing but one guess. It's a guess. I don't know what he's doing. But I do catch myself when people do the family thing going, I'm not sure that you're reading that exactly right.
Okay. Again, we'll kind of close here to repeat a little from the beginning. Is I don't know an exact timeline. I will be stunned if something is not public in the next 7 to 10 days.
Do you think it's public before the Egg Bowl?
Yeah.
I do too.
I do. I think something is public before the Egg Bowl. As of right now.
So let's repeat the two things. Let's go the main things. He doesn't have a deadline, but he is going to have to give an answer. I suspect he's ready to give an answer. I don't know that. I'm just guessing he probably wants to end this too. Is there a world, in your opinion, where he does not coach the Egg Bowl?
I anticipate he is going, because somebody took my words to the board, so I want to make that clear again. If he made me guess, I think the majority thought is that, yes, he will coach the Egg Bowl.
Okay, I agree.
But is it 100%? No.
Right.
It is not 100%. It's not me reporting he's going to coach the Egg Bowl by any stretch. I just think the way the timing works,
right,
he will coach the Egg Bowl.
I tend to agree.
I think there's a small world where he doesn't, and there's a big world where he doesn't coach the playoff. That is what I believe.
I agree.
Yeah, that's where we are right now. Yeah, my guess is yes.
No, my guess would not be Texas, because I don't think Texas is going to open up. No. If it opens up, I don't think Texas will open up in time. I think it will either be Ole Miss, LSU, or Florida.
Yeah, and I do. I mean, again, make of this what you will. I think Ole Miss's best situation right now to keep him, which is still, I mean, a very real possibility, is timing. I mean, that's just where you are right now.
I do too. I agree.
Again, none of this says he's for sure going. That is not what has been said.
I wrote this. I think the realization that to take one of these other two jobs, you have to walk away, and that's not necessary. I think you can. It's fair or not, right? Whether you view that fairly or unfairly is up to you. It's subjective. The fact is, you would have to walk away and not coach a team that you put together and coached to the national playoffs. And I think that would be incredibly hard. And that's why I think if you made me guess, and I mean, when I say guess, I mean GUESS, underlined, italicized, bolded, made bigger font, the whole deal. Guess. I'd probably guess Ole Miss. But if I'm being full disclosure, if you told me the playoffs weren't involved in this, I would not guess Ole Miss.
Yeah.
That's me. And that doesn't mean I'm right. It's a guess.
Yeah.
If people go, are you reporting that? Trust me, when we report something, you'll know we're reporting.
We're not going to. It won't have speculation around it. I mean, look, absolutely. For Lane Kiffin to leave, he has to bail on a playoff team. Period. Can he do that? I have no idea. No clue. So we're telling you where we are. If we win a natty without Lane, who gets a statue?
Chase. Chase and Kejuan Lacey.
Kejuan Lacey. Yes, that is correct.
Be a hell of a book for you.
Neal's going to write the book.
No, I'm not writing the book. It'd be a hell of a book to write, though.
Cam, thanks for Super Chat. Sark was also digging in his nose after the box. Okay. Yeah. I don't think Lane's going to sit down and do the tell-all on this one, so just got a hunch. We will talk about whatever the hell tomorrow is coming then. Rebels 24/7. We've updated multiple threads there, so lock in. Appreciate everybody who has joined us. Thanks for all the huge crowd this morning. There is no Kiffin press conference today. It's normal, bye week, not saying anything, just saying there's no press conference, so no quick hits, what he said, what he meant, none of that. Moving on. All right, bye tomorrow.